Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing tonight? I hope you're doing wonderfully. It is Tuesday, and that of course means it is live streaming night. And as you can probably guess from the title of the live stream, oh hey Hawks! Today we're gonna go out. We're gonna venture into the black. We're gonna go into the unknown. We're gonna boldly go where nobody has gone before, and we're gonna find ourselves some pretty things to take screenshots of. Tonight it's 3 p.m. Well, I guess that depends on where you are in the world. Always evening in Denmark. Yeah, at least in the winter. But summer now. Song name, people ask over on Twitch. It is Claire de Lune. Wonderful piece of piano music. It's a wonderful piece. It's one of those pieces that it exists in like 10-hour versions on YouTube, and you can just put that on and just sit and listen to it for hours and hours and hours while you work. It's wonderful, and it works great with some pretty shots from Elite in the background. Anyway, so we're gonna jump in game in a second. Mark of the choice today is North Star. Very pretty. Really love that design. And of course with a little honk there. We're not going to take the North Star out today, but it was the closest thing I had to an exploration mark. Which cams am I using in the Warbird base? So the Warbird base, okay, just for those who are not familiar, the Warbird is the base of the joystick. So the verbal joysticks comes in two parts. I can show you. You buy the handle, which is like from here and up. So that is one part, and then you buy everything below it. That is the base, and the one below there is a Warbird. Inside the Warbird, you can disassemble it by unscrewing it on the bottom. Inside the Warbird, there is what's called cams, and cams are like small curved arms that you have ball bearings rolling on, or bearings, ball bearings, but they have bearings rolling on them, and those cams then determine the how heavy the stick feel. So like the default cams it comes with will make the stick feel so that the further you go from the center, the harder it pushes back towards the center. That's the default cam. So the default ones, and as it comes out, you will feel a harder and harder pull towards the center. So it's very light in close, and as you go out, it feels heavy. This is great for flight sims. But for space sims, they actually come with a separate set of cams that's more straight, meaning you have a more linear force all the way out. So you don't feel you still have resistance, but the resistance doesn't go up as sharply. So you have an easier way to get all the way out. I use the space sim ones. It's still relatively light in close to the center. You can see I have a little bit of movement in there if I need to do fine adjustments close to the center. But again, it's relatively even as I move out towards the edge. So, space cams in the Warbird. Are we in the alpha today? No, we're not in the alpha today. We are in the live server, and we're just going to go and we're going to fly into the middle of nowhere, and we're going to find some interesting things. Usually I come across something fun. At least something that's worth taking a screenshot of. And if we find something that's worth taking a screenshot of, then it's a success, I think. And that is the constellation handle. Yes, this is the constellation Alpha. The stick itself is the constellation Alpha, which of course comes with like analog things, and it has twist because people always ask about that. Lockable twist, little screw there that locks the twist, and now that we are in the process of talking about equipment, before people ask, I am using this monster of a throttle. This is the Whirlpool Mongoose T50. They don't make these anymore, but I think it's a wonderful throttle. I love it. And it's heavy, but it's a good throttle. What are you saying, Hawks? Yeah. So okay, let's just quickly go over the genetic sampler. What Frontier has said so far in a post on the forum that came up like a few hours ago is that they are going to change the mechanics of the genetic sampler. So instead of having the little rotating minigame, you have to click at just the right time. It's now gonna be you just go up, you click, it scans on its own, and then you just need to still collect 3 rings. But they basically remove the minigame altogether. Personally, I would prefer to still have a small minigame, more of a puzzle feel than a click game. But I guess this is a time constraint. Does Verbal ship to the US? Yes, they do. Where does this throttle sold? Though this specific throttle that I have here is not in production anymore. Let me put that down again. However, what they do make are these right here. This is the Whirlpool CM2. This is actually a CM3 throttle, but they're almost identical. This is the Whirlpool CM2 throttle. They still make these. These are sold. This is the replacement for this one. So you can still get this one. And this is sold on Whirlpool's site. Together with a lot of other cool equipment. Okay, should we go? We should set a like goal. More casual live stream today. Should we go 300? I think since it's a more casual live stream, I think maybe that would be more realistic. What do you guys think? 350. Yeah, hashtag not a... Yeah, okay, so I should probably say that's a good point, Dog Laura. Yeah, Verbal is they do sponsor videos from time to time, and like they ship me stuff and ask if I want to do a video on it. I've never been paid by Whirlpool, and all the gear that I'm using I actually paid for myself. So I'm not sponsored by Whirlpool. Just so you know, I just have a ton of their stuff. Do I have a Whirlpool discount code? Unfortunately, I do not. No. I don't even have a referral link to them or anything, so they can't even see how much traffic the videos and the stuff I do, how much it generate. I should probably see if I can actually do that. That would actually be interesting to see. Anyway, let's say like goal is at 300 today. So if you haven't already, go down, give the stream a like, and when we get to 300, I'll get you a discount code, at least for the merch store. Unfortunately, I can't help you with Whirlpool, but would love to though, if I could have, but we'll see. ETA and audio release. Let's just jump in game here. I don't know. Frontier haven't said anything. I think, and this is just what I think. We haven't heard anything. I think we're gonna see Odyssey release at the end of May. This is my guess, but the only thing is, I think just Frontier want to make sure it's released before the end of their financial year, which I believe end at the end of May. Because I think they at some point promised it to their like shareholders. That's a very good point. I should probably hold on. Let me just get back to the other camera. Should probably get my my EDCM connection up and running, shouldn't I? Just to be sure. That is... There we go. Go away. Yeah, I did hear about that the pilot decided to stop making lead content again. We'll see. Maybe he'll be back when he get the urge back and he gets a little bit more excited for the game again. I don't know. But I think we should start by just going and have a look at the map and let's figure out where we're gonna go today. So I've been exploring. I started out like some months ago. So initially I took this commander out from the bubble, of course. I flew out here, flew across to Colonia. I spent some time, like a few months in Colonia. Then I headed back into this area to explore some of the bookmarks I had out here. And now I'm heading back towards Colonia again. And decided to take a little detour towards this nebula here. Just because it was an interesting system. Well, there was some interesting systems here. But I figured we could just, like, I don't know, just, like, I don't want to go inside the nebula because I feel like that area has already been pretty well explored. But I want to go for non-sequence, white dwarf, wood red. I just take protostars. I just want to take some of the blue stars out in the outskirts of it, where I feel like those have not. There's actually some neutron stars out here as well. Oh wow. But I don't know, either we should just begin to plot a route. We could just begin to plot a route. I think we're gonna do that instead. That's a little bit more fun, isn't it? I'm just gonna take these off and put those back on. And I'm just gonna plot for like a new nebula. So we're just gonna go and basically do nebula hopping all the way to Colonia. There's kind of one there. It's pretty much on the, like, in a straight line between Bubble and Colonia, so it's probably been pretty well explored. So I don't know, what do you guys think, chat? Should we just go back towards the beaten route where everybody's been already, or should we maybe do a detour, like go out here? There's some pretty nebulas out here. Maybe go a little bit out of the plane just for fun. Maybe go up to that one. That one looks pretty, doesn't it? And there's not that many blue stars. This one looks pretty. I'm gonna put a bookmark on that one. It's only 5,000 light years. It's just a short walk. There we go. Let's go. Did I set this up right? Yeah, we're not gonna use jet cone boosting because we're here to explore. We're not here to take the highway. Let me check my my fire group set up right, and let's go. Yes, we're gonna go on a detour. Always detours. This is why we do exploration. By the way, I've been tweaking with my... there's a few things that changed on live stream. Hopefully, if you don't notice it, then everything is working as it should be. Said didn't want those, and the first thing we do is we get into... I'm not gonna jet cone boost because, again, did I set this up wrong? Hold on, let me just check. I specifically didn't want to go to... Okay, it's just randomly that we got into that system. Yeah. Pretty boring system. Let's move on. There we go. Yeah, I think what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna take detour after detour and then come back towards Colonia from like a weird angle. Just so we don't get... ideally I want to come back towards Colonia from the rim of the galaxy, that kind of direction. So that we get in from a direction that's not that traveled. Like Colonia, like a straight line between the Bubble, Colonia and Sag and then out towards Beagle Point. Is pretty well traveled, so going out towards the rim of the galaxy, I think there's a little bit less explored areas out there. Do we have a build link for this ship? Well, it's not really as much of a build as it is. You see, only like my frameshift drive is engineered. It's the only module that's engineered on it. This is not my main character. I don't have a whole lot of engineers unlocked, so there's not much of a build in this. Nothing here. Moving on. Oh yeah, right. I was talking about the changes. I've done some changes to the live stream. First of all, I got the new monitor as I mentioned in Hello Dave yesterday. That means I'm now downsampling from 4K to 1080 before it goes out to the stream, which is a little bit more CPU intensive. But I was sitting monitoring it, doing the intro, and it looks like there's plenty of headroom. So right now the stream PC is sitting at 22, 24-ish CPU, like percent CPU load, 20% RAM usage, 20% GPU. So there's plenty of like performance headroom. So that should be fine. Another thing I've done is I've added a different noise reduction algorithm. So I used a different method of doing noise reduction for the microphone. So if you hear like sentences being cut off, or you don't get the start of a word or stuff like that, then do let me know, because then I'll just swap back to the old one. Hopefully you shouldn't notice anything. Okay, we got a few things here. We actually got something interesting there. We got a ooh, is that an ammonia world? We got an ammonia world. Oh. Okay, we need to get some distance though, because some of this is hidden behind the stars. Let's just get some distance. It's glorious. Thank you. It's still just streaming in 1080, but it's downsampling from 4K, which should help with like anti-aliasing and that kind of stuff. So I shouldn't. I'm not running with anti-aliasing at all, because 4K. Let's try it from here. Let's see. What do we have? Oh, beautiful. What do we have here? What are you? You are Ice Buddy. What are you? Ooh, two little ice buddies here. Nothing interesting there. Nothing, at least not at first sight. They were really close, weren't they? What is that? 6 and 8. Okay, so they're not probably just aligned. Is that that's the ammonia world? Gotta go and map that. Look at that. There's also planet 1. Another ice buddy. And Rocky Ice Buddy. And the final one is another ice ball, I guess. Yeah, one little ice world through all the little ice worlds. Okay, we're done. System scan. Let's take a look at the map. Okay, not overly exciting. It's a pretty standard flat system. Nothing out of the ordinary. No captured objects, no anything there. Is this system discovered? Nope. First one here. Let's go and discover that. You'll be able to land on these ice worlds if Odyssey was out. Perhaps. We can check. So you can see here, this one has a surface pressure of almost 400 atmosphere. So this one would be a no. This one is 150, so no. This one is, this was the 400. 5.5 atmosphere, that's probably still too much, I think. I'm not sure where the limit is. 1600 atmosphere. That's gonna be... You're gonna be squished. 11 atmosphere. No atmosphere. Oh no, 0.1% atmosphere. So this one you probably would be able to land on. And also 180 atmosphere. I think these like 100 plus atmosphere, I don't think you're going to be able to land on those. It's just going to be too much. But maybe the 5.5. I don't know. I don't know where they draw the line for how dense an atmosphere you can be at. But yeah, 1600 atmosphere, that's what is it? It goes 1 atmosphere is a water column, it's a 10-meter water column, right? So that's a 16 kilometer, that's equivalent to diving down 16 kilometers. That's dense. What was that atmosphere made of? Hold on. Methane. Okay, so it's a methane atmosphere. What happens to methane? I would actually assume that methane at that high pressure would actually go solid. Is it... No, isn't it 10 meters? It's 10 meters, right? Isn't it 10... I'm not talking about bars. I'm talking about atmosphere. Isn't it 10 meters per atmosphere? And of course, no landing on ammonia worlds, yeah. Didn't it say 90... Or is it pure nitrogen? Oh. Right, okay, it's mostly nitrogen. Okay. Hold on. Just quickly go over here. I just want to see. Nitrogen. State of matter. Diagram. Can we get like a when does nitrogen do what? Phase diagram. Okay, there's actually one here. Hold on, I'm going to show it to you in a second. Here we go. So here we have the phase diagram for nitrogen. So at 100 atmosphere, what was the temperature, surface temperature here? Earth mass features, locations. It doesn't say, does it? Oh, no, there we go, surface temperature. 300 Kelvin. Okay, so it's actually... We need a better diagram. This doesn't cover the area we're in. What is SFC? Nitrogen. What did they call it? What did they call those diagrams? Hold on. They called them phase diagrams. Again, it doesn't go up to the 300 Kelvin limit. 300 Kelvin, hold on. That's, yeah, that's just like 30 degrees Celsius. So that is here. And then at all the atmosphere, we are up in the... What is a supercritical state? Google. Supercritical state of matter. Supercritical fluid state. A supercritical... Can we... Wikipedia. Yes. Supercritical fluids. Ah, yes. Supercritical fluids. Okay. Any substance at a temperature or pressure above the critical point, liquid and gas phase, does not exist, but below the requirements can compress it into a solid. Are much... Okay, so yeah, I know. I'm probably way past my target now, aren't I? Oops. Let's try to fly back. I'm just gonna quickly read all of this. This is actually interesting. Supercritical fluids occur in atmosphere of the gas giants of Jupiter and Saturn. Okay, so apparently quite common. Okay, and also on Venus. So the water coming out there is supercritical. Okay. Interesting. I think one thing... Yeah. I think one thing is safe to say. Why did it target the next system? I didn't ask you to target the next system. I'm still trying to make it to that ammonia world. But I keep overshooting it. I think it's safe to say if you wanted to land on that thing, you're gonna get squished. Is YouTube my full-time thing? No. I write code for a living. YouTube is just a hobby. It's just for fun. I actually want to read up on supercritical matter states, just because I didn't get the full understanding of it. Like I have I mean, obviously solids and liquids and gas makes sense, and I kind of have an idea about plasma. I can kind of like imagine plasma. So what do we have? 6 probes, so it's a pretty standard cube pattern here. Just get the backside there. And there we go. That should be fine.
Surface scanned by 50%.
It's an okay hit there on the back. It wasn't perfect, but it should be good enough.
Surface scan complete.
Boop. It's not landable, but we got the scan anyway, just because ammonia wells. Ammonia wells are nice. Okay, next system.
Frameshift drive charging.
But that was an interesting little planet. 1600 atmosphere. Jesus. Wait, supercritical fluids, is that the state where you have liquid that likes both boiling and solid, that is like both boiling and freezing at the same time? Because I've seen that. Is that supercritical? Yeah, that's a triple point, right? I have to. I have some YouTubing I need to do later. I can see. Oh, hold on. What do we have here? Oh, asteroid clusters and high metal content wells. Not gonna stop for that. We're gonna stop when we find something interesting. We'll do a summary video on Odyssey at some point. What do you mean, summary? I have a very interesting video coming out tomorrow, I think. I think it's interesting. I've been looking at the performance of Odyssey, like how many FPS do you get in various situations. I know it's still in alpha, but I just think the numbers are interesting to look at from a perspective of how much improvement Frontier can potentially do with it before it goes live. Because the idea is, I have the video coming out tomorrow and we look at that, and then when it's actually live, I'm gonna go and check the same things again and see if the numbers has changed again. Oh, what is that? That's just ice. Oh, is that a... No, that's one of those trolley ones. That's almost an ice world, but almost an Earth-like, but it's not actually an Earth-like. Yeah, that's the whole point.
Drive charging.
Whole point, Dunkel, is that I can do it later. But I just want to share my findings so far. And I do make it very clear in multiple points throughout the video that this is alpha and we should expect significant performance increases before it goes live. So. People ask if we're still in phase 3 or has phase 4 started. We're still in phase 3.
Fuel scooping.
What am I exploring for? I'm just exploring in the. We went the live server today just for fun, just because. Oh, gas giants out there. And what are you? Asteroid cluster. Proximity spotted that one. Nothing else of interest.
Frameshift drive charging.
Any of those planets could be Raxler. Map everything, and we're not gonna go and get any progress done at all. Actually, I need to go and check my. Okay, that's pretty solid. And you're gonna wanna keep an eye on my FPS here because I'm running in 4K now. I've locked the game to 420, so it will never go higher than. Sorry, 120. It will never go higher than 120. What's my take on the minigame removal? I would prefer to just have a puzzle game or a simpler version of what it was than a complete removal. But if it's that or keeping it as it were before, then I would prefer having it removed over the other one. I must say. So I don't think it's the optimal solution, but it's a better solution than what it was. So it's a step in the right direction. But I can also see that it may also be a time thing for Frontier right now. That they may not be able to like fully rework that. The problem with that is, realistically, if they just change it to the just click and scan and not like the minigame, if they just remove the minigame completely, they're not going to change it after the fact. That's not going to happen.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
If they will add a better minigame about something coming with ship interiors. Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Does 4K get rid of the jackies in Elite? Yeah, you like the. I mean, this is of course downsampled, so I don't know how well it downsamples it. There is a little bit I can see. That just looks like it. Just get this up on full screen so I can actually see it a little better. Oh, it actually looks okay. I'm running. Uh-oh, hold on. Do not crash. By the way, I'm running no. I think I should just double check my. Just double check my settings, but I think I'm running no no anti-aliasing. Yeah, so all my anti-aliasing is off right now, and that's because again, when you're running 4K, you don't really need anti-aliasing as you're already running so high resolution that, well, there's not much to anti-alias. I'm good. I mean, it is still downsampled from 4K, and it's still it's still sitting in most situations here. It's been exploring rock solid at 120 frames. So I'm downsampling from 4K 120 frames down to 1080p 60 frames. So there should be both smoothing in the time dimension as well as the two spatial dimensions. What do we have here? Nothing. Boring system. Next. What do we have there? Oh, wow. That was more jumps than I thought. Oh well. What ships do you use the most? Great Phantom. I've been flying that a lot lately. Does Odyssey even support RTX? No, I don't believe so. That's a bright one.
Fuel scooping.
28. Oh, that's a lot of stuff in this system. Should have a quick look. But it is all like ice bodies. And then we have a few gas giants up there.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Am I going to play on the Xbox Series X? No, that's unlikely.
4, 3, 2,
Scan gas giants, look for landables. We can look around if we stop in a system, but I don't want to stop in every single system with a gas giant. I want to make some progress and actually get some distance behind me. So I usually just stop when I find, like, water wheels, earth likes, or ammonia.
fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Foxboy, thank you very much. Okay, what do we have here? Two, probably, yeah, 2 stars.
Frameshift drive.
Moving on. Yeah, I know landables are more interesting, but for now I'm mainly looking for like spacescaping screenshots. So it also just to give me a criteria to stop, because otherwise if I need to scan every system, progress is gonna be very slow. Yeah, I'm filtering for scoopable stars. Jump range on this thing is, I don't think it's amazing. Again, it's one by Colonial, so I don't have a lot of engineering on it. So around 60, best case.
Fuel scooping.
33. They're all boring. All the like rocky stuff there, and then we have like what looks like 3 gas giants out here. I like the jump animation in Odyssey. I actually think it's a nice improvement. And I guess now that pretty much everything in the game has been overhauled in terms of lighting and looks, it's only fair that gets an overhaul as well. Science Keeper, thanks a lot for the raid. How are you doing? I think it's a nice addition, the new jump animation. I think yeah, I think it fits well with the new slightly changed art style for Odyssey. So overall, yeah, I like it. All the 07s and a single 08 over there on gotta one up everybody and go 08. Hello everybody and welcome to the live stream. Yeah, we have hawks here.
Frameshift drive charging.
How are you? I'm doing great, Science Keeper. Again, out exploring, so I have no complaints. We did scan the system, I think. I hope we did. So yeah, jump animation, A+ for that on mine. A lot of the stuff Frontier has been doing with Odyssey is great. It's just when they have a little misstep, like with the genetic sampler, it obviously grabs a lot of attention and it becomes very obvious, if that makes sense. And to be fair, it should. It's an alpha test. this is now when we're supposed to tell Frontier when they do something that we don't think is great, because this is now that they're going to actually change it. So, yeah. But I think a lot of the stuff they're doing with Odyssey is I mean, even if you are not interested in any of the first-person pew-pew shoot him in the face mechanics, and even if you do not like the new exploration mechanic of scanning things on the surface, however that ends up, what state that ends in, you will, at the very least, if you get Odyssey, get a very, very pretty looking game. And the option to still land on more planets. And, I mean, I did a comparison between 2 planets in Odyssey flying at the same location. It doesn't even look like the same game anymore. It's such a huge difference. There's nothing there. Yeah, I know the pilot, he stopped again. Actually, hold on. Let me just give me a second. I just want to show you this. You're gonna show you a little teaser for the video tomorrow here. Because it's actually pretty silly. Let me just find it here. Okay, here we go. So, let me see here. So, Odyssey no Atmos. Okay, so this is a test. This is a clip from Odyssey. It's one of the raw clips I took, where I'm flying at a planet. No, sorry, this is from Horizons. This is on a planet flying about 2 kilometers over the surface in Horizons. Okay? And I'm using this for the video that comes out tomorrow. And it looks like Horizon does. Pretty gray, simple planet. Now we're gonna go and we're gonna look at the same planet in Odyssey. Same planet, same location, flying in the same ship, in the same direction. Odyssey, no Atmos. Here we go. And to start this clip a little earlier, so we're just gonna go down until I actually begin flying. There we go. So I'm in approximately the same location, and it just doesn't even look like it's the same playing around with MSI Afterburner. Here we go. And we can also take a look at a different planet with an atmosphere. Just so you can see where that looks. Driving with atmosphere, Odyssey Atmos. Here we go. There you have it. So there you have like an atmospheric planet. Just to put that into perspective. Look at that. And then compare it to that. I mean, come on. That's my point. Even if you do not care for any of the content that's being added, even if you do not care for it, if you just want to go out and do what I do now, you just want to fly around, you just want to find planets and look at pretty planets, even if that's all you care about in Elite, it's the visual difference is going to be so massive that you're still gonna get a lot out of that update. So just that alone, I think, at least for me, would be worth getting the update for. I mean, I don't care much for first-person shooters, I will admit that. I'm not a first-person shooter kind of guy. I'll probably go and do it for fun, you know, and join up with some people, and it will probably be interesting. But it's not the type of gameplay I'm looking for in Elite. But I'm still excited for Odyssey, and it's mainly because it looks amazing. And there's a lot of new game mechanics you can dive into, and I love doing that. Have I thought about setting up down to earth astrology? No, but it would be a good April Fool's joke, wouldn't it? Oh, what are you? What are you? Are you? Oh, I think it's an ice world, but it's right on the edge of being an... I think that's an ice world. I'm just gonna check it just for good measures here. Ice buddy. Ice buddy. Ice buddy. There's a lot of planets here. Only 10, that's not too bad. Can we... Oh, it's hidden. Great. And it was... And rocky ice world. Oh, well. Let's, now that we're at it, let's just do a quick scan of the system anyway. Just because we're here anyway. A little moon. Missing 2. What is there behind the star? Other one? I don't know where the other one is. But maybe it has, maybe that other one has a moon. Let's just move a little bit. Can you estimate if hardware has to be changed? Cuba asked, yeah. I'm gonna post a video. Was that 11,000 Atmo? I'm gonna check that out, hold on. Gonna post a video tomorrow about that specific topic. So jump over on YouTube and check out the YouTube channel tomorrow where the video goes live. And I'm gonna give you all the performance numbers you're going to need to answer that question. And yes, it's alpha, and performance is going to get better before it goes live. I can't, of course, promise it, but I will almost promise that that is going to be better. Okay, that did have a moon, so that's why.
System scan complete.
Yes, like and subscribe. Also, guys, remember, if you do enjoy the live stream, I would really appreciate if you would... Oh, it's actually landable. If you would go and give the stream a like. If we hit 300 likes today, I will set up a discount code on the merch store for you guys, so you guys can get merchandise at a 10% discount. Have I installed an SSD? I am on an NVMe SSD, so yes. Let's just check the atmosphere pressures. That's a... So we had 1600 before. Now we have a ammonia. Is it like 1/3 ammonia, 1/3? Look at that. It's almost it's a perfect split. Look at that atmosphere. It's a perfect split between ammonia, methane, and nitrogen. And then it is 1100 atmosphere. Jesus. You dense... that's we're not even pancake time. I mean, the gravity is 1.1, so it's not that you would be like flat. I mean, when your ship comes in, it would just be like crumble like a tin can, and you would just be squished. You just take the whole ship and then press it into, like, I don't know, the size of a football. Yes, sorry, 11,000. Yeah, we had 1600 in the last system. Now we have 11,000 atmosphere. Commanders go bye-bye. No atmosphere. So this one would definitely be landable. This one would be landable in Odyssey. This one would be landable in Odyssey. This one. This one. This one. This one. All of these would be landable. Not that one. I don't think Frontier's gonna allow us to land on almost 12,000 atmosphere. We can land on that one if we wanted to. It's a small ice world, and there was nothing interesting on it. It's pretty. Some very interesting. That almost looked like somebody took a claw across the surface there. Look at that. What's the condition for it to be landable? I think it's the at least that. Okay, so there are multiple things that that permits you not to land. Like Earth likes, water worlds, ammonia worlds, those kind of things, we're not going to be able to land on. But too high and too low temperatures, I don't think we're going to be able to land on those. And too high pressures. So if I think, I don't know how high it goes, but it seems at least that up to, I would guess up to maybe like 1 atmosphere. I don't know how high it allows us to go. Okay, we have Edie says, quick conversion, 1100 atmosphere is equivalent to 161,000 psi. So for all of you guys in the US, that's a lot of damage. Let's move on. And let's not go there. How's the stream going so far? We found some very dense boys with some very, very thick atmosphere. But, and an ammonia world, that was also great. Nothing like screenshot worthy yet.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Nothing here. Moving on.
Drive charging.
I think if I found a Thargoid out here, then that would be interesting at least. That would change a few things in the Elite lore, I think. Hold on. Am my filters not applied? Have I not applied the filters? Did I deselect that? I think I must have, because this doesn't make sense. Yeah, apply to route. Oops. There we go. Much better. Any good places to mine silver? That's a weird question. I would guess metallic rings. Why are you looking for silver? Nothing there.
Drive charging.
Star Citizen's better. Changed my mind. Well, stay a while and listen. No, I like Star Citizen too. I played it last night. It's a great game. Both Elite and Star Citizen is great games. They have very different things to offer.
Fuel scooping.
37. Hey, Matt.
Disengaged.
But 37 non-interesting planets. Should we just fuel scoop a little bit? Exactly, Hawks. They scratch different itches. We're flying a Great Phantom today. Dive in, see if we can get a little bit more. It actually manages heat relatively well, this little boat. Scoop all the fuel. There we go. How far out from the bubble are we? Ooh, that's a good question. Oh, oops. Come on. Oh, not Sol. Sol. Ella. Come on. Come on. Thank you, Elite. I think we are, let me guess, 16. It's gonna be my guess. Oh, 355 light years off. So we are there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, Jonathan, there's really nothing special about this. I mean, it has two SRVs, it has a shield, it has a frameshift drive as the only engineered module. I may have a Guardian booster on, I'm actually not sure if I unlock this on this character. I did, so I have a Guardian booster on it, and 6A fuel scoop, really nothing special here. You can see only the frameshift drive is engineered. It's not something special, it's just very quick, just get this thing out flying. This is all about, doesn't have to be effective, doesn't have to be, I don't care if I have 5 light years less than I could or 10 light years less. This is not what this ship is about. And it's on my alt account, so I don't want to spend all the time unlocking all the engineers again. 11 buddies. And, oh, hold on. So ice buddies all, yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Why does the background stars look brighter than they do in your game? Mike asks. Because I'm closer to the core. So there are more bright stars here, and the stars are denser, they're closer to each other. So that's why my stars look brighter. If you fly out here, your stars will look the same. It's pretty neat. No modding here. It's just the way the game is. And it gets even denser if you go in close to the core. Oh, lots of things here. Hold on. We have ice, heavy metal. We have asteroid clusters. These are all asteroid clusters and a gas giant. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, I was okay with that guess, I think, with how close you were to.
Frameshift drive charging.
But I kind of know how close we are to Colonia, so we could do a little guesstimate there, and we're a little bit off to the side, so I could add a little bit. Oh, we're only 104 likes away. Nice. So for those of you watching, we actually have a lot of people watching. If you go down, you give the stream a like. If we hit 300 likes today, I'm gonna set up a discount code for you guys on the merch store, so you get some merchandise. It helps me out a ton because YouTube's algorithm loves the likes doing live streams, and you can help out your fellow commanders in the chat who may be interested in buying merchandise. And that of course also helps me, so 3 good reasons. Can't like again. Well, you can unlike and then like again, but I don't think that counts. 28. Lots of different gas giants here. That's actually... I think some... Yes. Exactly, Hawks. You dislike first and then like. I don't think it counts as 2 interactions. I haven't do too much into that, but I don't think it counts. I think it still only counts as 1 interaction.
Fuel scooping.
Oh, 3. I only see 2, so there's at least 1 planet here, and it's a gas giant. Last time I mapped a gas giant, that's a while ago.
Frameshift drive charging.
I usually only map gas giants if I'm going there anyway, for some of the moons, often. Yeah, we could have FSS'd the planet just to get the system scan, but... Trade rank up to elite. I would go mining. That's pretty fast, I think. Go mine some platinum, go mine some hainite, and sell it.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, look at that. All those gas giants there. And then some ice balls. I should probably fuel scoop again. Yeah, that's right. They did say that phase 4 would require a few days of downtime as they're doing the image. Yes, Sleepy, we also check ammonia wells. We actually found one earlier in the live stream. Just gonna see how far we can dive down here. There we go.
Fuel scooping complete.
There we go. Lucky, I'm from Denmark.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3,
48, almost there. What's the ship's jump range? Just shy of 60 light years. Not anomalies, sorry. Yeah, we haven't found any anomalies yet. But if they do show up, I'll be sure to check them out, of course.
fuel scoop.
Yeah, I love this fuel scoop. It's good. Oh, here we go. Look at that. That's some interesting stuff here. I think that was at least a water world and maybe an ammonia world too. I think it was too far up to be an Earth-like, but I think I saw water and an ammonia. Let's just check that out again. So that one there, yeah, that's an ammonia. Or is that water? Oh, that could be both. And that one there, oh, is that... Oh, that could also be a small gas giant. It kind of on the edge there. Let's get some distance to these stars here and let's get this system scanned. Am I visiting LaveCon this year? No, unfortunately not. I can't. Can't go. So is this normal gameplay then? Yeah, this is... I mean, if you're doing exploration. Hold on, I didn't even pay attention to that one. Let's me just quickly get this system here FSS'd. What do we have here? That is... That's the ammonia world, or one of them at least. Yeah, okay, that's at least that one. Okay, only one ammonia world. What do we have here? Ooh. Could this be... I hope this is landable. Then we might actually have to go there. A little high metal content world. With a water world as a moon. Interesting. That's a good combo there. And that's not even a moon, they're orbiting each other. It's let's just finish up the cluster around this around the main star, then we're gonna move over to the B star afterwards. Ice body. And another ice body. And there's more here apparently. There's another ice body. Buddy. And we have some asteroid clusters there all around the other star. There's another high metal content. We're gonna have some scanning to do when we're done with this. I think we're done with this star. Let's try to move over to the B star. See what we can find here. Another high metal content. Orbiting another high metal content. Well, I think we're going to be spending some time in this system here. Okay, we have stuff even closer. It's probably some of the asteroid fields, I would imagine. Oh, hold on. What happened there? There we go. Yeah. Asteroid clusters. All we have left now is an ice body somewhere. It's there. Nope, that's the gas giant. And then probably with a couple of ice moons. Yeah. Ice moon.
System scan complete.
And we're done. Okay. Let's see what we got. That's an interesting system. So that one was unfortunately not landable. That would have been fun though. We have a landable here. Just check if any of these. Pristine reserve. We're looking for terraformables. Right, so this one is a terraformable. We're gonna get that. There we have the water world. We're gonna get that. And then we might as well get that one while we're there. It's not terraform, maybe we don't. High metal content. And now we're out to all the ice world. So we have that one and that one we're gonna take. I'm running ED-Mart connector, so I do upload to the network. None of these are... That's a bit of a shame. None of these are terraformable, so I don't think I want to fly the 30,000 light years out here. And these were just ice moons. So what we're gonna do? That was a little bit of a shame. We didn't get that much out of it. We're gonna get that one because it's terraformable. We're gonna go and get that water world, and then hopefully we can get a good screenshot with that other high metal content. But let's start with that one. Is a form for adding, Nick, yes and no. It is in the sense that it just posts to a spreadsheet right now. I haven't automated it, so it doesn't update automatically. So I just need to, at some point, sit down and update it again. So if you don't see it right away, it's because it's still a manual process to update that. I haven't had that fully automated. Right, the ammonia world. Where was the ammonia world? Oh, right, there. Right, so we actually gotta take all of those. Perfect. Go. Thanks for dropping by, Science Keeper. Have a good evening. Oh, wow, okay, it's right here. Like, where is it? And why is it gone? How can I tell if it's terraformable? It says... You can see this one. Oh, hold on. Matthias, thanks a lot for the super chat, and hello. It says right here, this body is a candidate for terraforming, compared to this one, which doesn't say it's a candidate for terraforming. And terraformable high metal content worlds actually pay pretty decently. So, 6 probes. So we're gonna do a standard cube pattern. And I guess it's gonna be around there. We're relatively close. So let's see where that goes.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Oh, look at that. perfect hit on the backside there. Beautiful.
Scan complete.
Nice. And efficiency target and everything. Are we the first one in the system, by the way? I haven't even checked that. We are. Gotta love that. Want to spend your wife's money on a flight stick? Well, that's on you. Also has a spectrum for terraformable. It may have. Time for the system. Yoink. Yeah. I mean, I'm not too worried about necessarily getting my name. If I find a system that's like really, really special, I might like beeline it for a fleet carrier to prevent people from yoinking it. But these systems, yeah, if people go and yoink, they might lose a little bit of money, but it doesn't matter. It's not. I'm not doing this to make a huge amount of credits. I'm doing this because it's fun, and you get some pretty screenshots out of it. It was engineered their probes. I think it's worth it. Absolutely. Engineered probes are awesome. One of the games easier with a flight stick. I think it is. You can be a lot more accurate with a lot of things, I think. Yeah, exactly. 400 billion star systems. There's plenty of places you can put your name. Credits though. I mean, people can go and yoink it all they want. I'm gonna have definitive proof that I was here first, because this is being live streamed and it's gonna be put up as a VOD afterwards. So if anybody goes and wanna claim they were the first in the system, well, good luck with that. Not that it really matters. Hey, bunny. How much will it cost to take Apex with the bubble to Colonia? I don't think you can. I don't think you can. Or maybe you can, but I don't think you can just take an Apex. I think it's just a limit to how far they will take you. So you can't just take an Apex and then go AFK and then wake up in Colonia. What do we have? 6 probes again. We're getting good at these 6 probes ones, aren't we? There we go. We see bunnies. I still haven't set up the bunny cam. I was gonna try to set it up on my phone so I could use that as an external camera and then stream that to the PC somehow. But I haven't set it up yet.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Oh, did I get the back? The back was okay. I got it. Maybe it's doable. You only have to log in from time to time to... Well, let's just take a quick, just go out of that and take a quick look around. It's not the prettiest water world. It's a little dull in its colors. Where's the other planet? Okay, it's quite far away. Okay. Thinking of changing... First of all, thanks for the super chat. Hold on, let me just set up my next destination here. So I'm not gonna... It was like the colors were a little dull on that planet. Not too interesting. Thanks a lot for the super chat, Matthias. And it says, thinking of changing a 1080p 25-inch ultra-wide. 25-inch ultra-wide. Okay, yeah. To a 27 1440p what frame rate are you running on the 1080? Because for me, for me it was noticeable going from locking the game at 60 to locking the game at 120. That was definitely noticeable for me. And oh, 16:9 curved compared to ultra wide. Oh, then I don't know. Maybe ultra. I mean, I prefer to keep it 16:9, but it's just because it makes recording it so much easier when I don't have to crop it out later. If it's just a standard aspect ratio, that the video is gonna go up in anyway. I would also say, yeah, I think you're right, Matt, that going from 1080 to 1440p is probably worth it, to be honest. Especially if you can get a panel with some decent colors. Like, make sure you get something with an ISP. For me, actually, that was actually interesting. When I was swapping from an sRGB panel over to an Adobe RGB. Now, Adobe RGB is expensive, but my god, the colors are pretty. And it doesn't, of course, I can't show it on stream because, well, you don't have a monitor that can display it. Then, I mean, I think most monitors these days are ISP monitors anyway. We're too fast. Slow us down a little bit. Oh, we're in the wrong mode, of course. That's why. What do we have? 6 probes again. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. I'm assuming we won't be able to play Elite Dangerous in 4K after the... So...
Surface scanned by 50%.
Frontier claims that you shouldn't see a lot of performance degradation, as it's possible to say, after Odyssey. So they claim it should be approximately the same. Was that all we wanted in the system? I think it was. But we'll see when it comes out. I think that's all we wanted from here. Let's move on.
Crankshaft drive charging.
ISP, IPS. Yes, IPS, of course. ISP is Internet Service Provider. We got some decent value planned today, but not a lot of good screenshots. To be fair, we are not stopping at all the gas giants. Do I think the hostess bindings will be screwed up with Odyssey? No, but I'm not taking my chances, so I'm backing up my key bindings. Which I also recommend everybody else does. So why was my announcement that a video is now in 4K not itself in 4K? So, as I also mentioned in the video, that Hello Dave and live streams will stay at 1080p. Live streams because I don't have transcoding options, so if I were to stream in 4K, it would require that everybody, regardless of frame rate or regardless of resolution, would need a much higher bandwidth, and that means that people on slower bandwidth won't be able to watch the live streams. And therefore, I'm keeping live streams at 1440p. Sorry, at the 1080. Hello Dave, on the other hand, while I could record that in 4K, I'm not, because Hello Dave is meant to be something I can do fast. I do them on Sunday, so it should be something I can like sit down and spend maybe half an hour writing down the notes for it. Then I spend 15-20 minutes recording, and then maybe it takes half an hour to 45 minutes to edit, and it should take a short time to render also. I want Hello Dave to have a very fast workflow. Because it is a new segment, because it's something I have to record and edit very close to the release date, I want to have the workflow for Hello Dave a lot quicker than my usual videos. And that's why I'm keeping Hello Dave at 1080. Also because there's nothing in it other than just me sitting talking to a camera. And I don't feel like you get that much extra out of having that in 4K. So that's why I'm keeping that at 1080. Yeah, I'm already no, actually to check. I think actually maybe face cams are usually recorded at 1080 because I'm scaling them down to this size here anyway. So face cam's already scaled down, but yeah. We're about to check the system. There's nothing here. Moving on.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, nice, John. 3090. Jesus. That's a lot of horsepower. Go even get my hair cut in 4K. Could see every individual hair then. Oh, hold on. What was that? High metal content wells. Okay, we need to go further down before we get into to the interesting section down there. Yeah, I'm running a 2080 Ti. I think I'm gonna skip the 30 series altogether. Because I know they said, Nvidia said that they're not gonna do the 40 series this year. So it will be like 2022, I think. Before we see the 40 series. But to be honest, we're gonna be past summer before it's gonna be anywhere close to getting the 30 series anyway. So at reasonable prices. And I think the problem is when you get past summer, at least when we get toward the end of the year, even if you get the graphics cards down to close to MSRP, I still think that a lot of people will be maybe waiting and seeing when the 40 series is coming out. At 1080 is still, I'm running a 1080 in my streaming rig, and that thing is still capable of running Elite very, very well. No problems there. Might struggle a little bit if you want to do 4K, but if you're running 1440p, that's perfect.
System scan complete.
Supply chain issue. It may be that it's gonna be 2022 before we see anything. Someone is new here. Can you tell me about the game? It's a space sim. We fly spaceships, and today we are very, very, very far into deep space, and we're looking for new systems that nobody's found before. Remco said, "Did he find Raxler yet?" Yeah, you just missed it, like 5 minutes ago. Just a few systems back. Nothing special.
Fuel scooping.
Hello, what are you? Oh, ice buddies.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Bender, thanks a lot for the super chat. Your videos helped me greatly while flying my shiny metal asp around the galaxy. Thanks a lot, and yeah, hope you're enjoying your shiny metal asp.
System scan.
Should probably fuel scoop at some point. Like, do a proper fuel scoop. Let's do that on the next star. And 28 is a wonderful card. I think. Oh, hold on. 8. Oh, see, so close. So close again. But it is Ice Worlds. Well, there's only 8 of them. Let's just quickly go and map this system. Just because I want to map something now. On this launch, how do I manage my fuel? I have a fuel scoop on board, so we can just scoop more fuel from the star. I'm just gonna quickly scan this system here. What are you? Oh, look at that! It has like spots on it. Oh no, it was just it hadn't loaded the full rest yet. And you? Oh, there's a little one. There's a little outlier here. Could that be a captured object? It's planet 7, so it could. It looks like a captured object, or at least something that's pushed way out of its orbit. And the last one is also nicely in the plane. Hey, we're there. Okay, we need to just quickly want to look at this. We have one captured one. Look at that one. There. Captured object. Other than that, not the most interesting system. Okay, we're 300. I need suggestions in chat then. What do we need a discount code? Give me some good suggestions here. Suggestions, the black. I'm just gonna quickly get my dashboard open here. See what else people are suggesting. 4K bunnies when? Astro for president. Captured object also suggested. I've seen 4K. Jesus, guys. Why didn't it open my dashboard? Please open my dashboard. Found Raxler. Lost Space over on Twitch. Just missed Raxler. You know, we're just gonna go. Oh yeah. Should we go? Let's. Okay, there's been quite a few suggestions with something with 4K haircut has been suggested, 4K bunnies has been suggested, and there's been quite a few with Raxler. So we're gonna combine them today, and we're gonna go and use the discount code. Let me just see here. Checklist. Stream discount, and we're gonna go and use 4K Raxler as the as the discount code today for 10% off the merchandise store, which you can find at d2astore.com, by the way. And I'm gonna keep this code available until the end of the live stream. So that means you have until the end of the live stream to use the code 4K Raxler. I'm gonna post it in chat. I'm just gonna verify that I didn't forget to hit save. There we go. Yes, so if you use 4K Raxler on d2astore.com, you can get 10% off all the merchandise over there. Well, of course, there are like mugs, like the one I'm Using today my little D2EA North Star mug. Very pretty design. I think with a little honky goose there. That's also t-shirts, mugs, all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out, d2astore.com. You can now get 10% off. And while we do that, we're moving on.
Frameshift drive charging.
Talking about blocks, I need more water. Build I'm using is just a standard crate Phantom exploration build. I only engineered the frames of drive because it's on my Colonial. I didn't want to fully engineer it. Need that limpet mark. Well, you can get it with 10% off now. And at least until the end of the live stream. What do we have here? Ice buddies.
Frameshift drive charging.
Do my store ship to Hungary? Yes, it does. Ship worldwide. And thanks a lot for the switch chat, by the way. What's the mission tonight? Fly into space and find pretty things. Nope, this is not alpha, this is live. Live server. Or main server, whatever you want to call it. Horizon server. Not Odyssey.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Hold on, oh, I forgot fuel. We're okay, we're okay. We're still okay on fuel. Gonna run out soon, but that's fuel scoop on the next star.
4, 3, 2.
Does the SRV feel different for you in Odyssey? Seems somewhat slower to respond to input. No, it felt the same to me, but it may be if you have a lower frame rate in Odyssey, that it feels like it's less responsive.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Just quickly go and get some more fuel on this star here. I don't want to call a fuel rat halfway across the galaxy. Have I been back to the bubble since I left? On this character, no. This is not seen. The closest I've been to the bubble, I think, is... Oh, look at that. Is 10,000... Yeah, 10,000 light years is about the closest I've been to the bubble with this character since I left a couple of years ago.
Fuel scooping complete.
There we go. All the fuel. Okay, 14 buddies. Let's see what we got. Oh, no. Hold on, what are you? Asteroid clusters from the other star. And... Really.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jump range on the build is around 60 light years.
4, 3, 2.
Hello, Racer. Welcome to the stream. Do you use a HOTAS? Yes, I do. Verbal Constellation Alpha, and one of their older Mongoose T50 throttles. No, I don't think I have the special FSD on this character either. I mean, I haven't really been to a station since those came out. So I didn't really have a chance to pick anyone up yet, and yeah. So no, I haven't seen the inside of a station in quite a while of this character.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, we did. There was nothing here, right? Yeah, there was. Let me check that. How long does it take for Verbal to ship to the US East Coast? You should probably expect some shipping time. Both because it can take a while for Verbal, because their equipment is in so high demand that they do have a hard time sometimes keeping stock, because as soon as they have stock, it's just gone. That's one problem, because it's so popular. And then the other thing, of course, is these are quite heavy items that take a while to ship. Furthest I've ever been from the bubble, I think that would be Sac A. No, I haven't honked the system. '21. The back order time, they can vary a lot. I don't know what they're at the moment, how far they are. They usually have, when you go to the items, you can usually see, like, if you order now, when do they expect to ship it. They usually have that. Otherwise, I contact support and ask when they're expecting. They may be able to give you an estimate. Can I show the galaxy map? Sure. Give me a second. Just try to avoid crashing into this star. 20 bodies. Quickly check this. Oh, what are you? You are an icy thing. And then there's a ton of ice worlds. Galaxy map. There you go.
Complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Watch all of my videos. That's impressive. There's over 1,100 of them. And very helpful. Keep the great work. Thank you. I will. Definitely. What FSD do I have on the ship? Pretty normal, like, whatever. Where's the frameshift drive? Frameshift drive. There. 5A, frameshift drive. Just a normal, nothing special. Ooh. Ooh, what is that? It's always those little trolley ones right there. Always think you have something fun.
Frameshift drive charging.
Mass Manager or Mass Manager. So, if you have a grade 5 or higher, you go Mass Manager. And if you have 4 or lower, you go Deep Charge. Yeah, see you, Bone. Thanks for dropping by.
Fuel scooping.
Soul, sorry if I missed your question. Can you
Disengage.
scroll up? What did you say? Where is it? Maybe you already answered this today, but can you describe us how this planet generation system works. If I understand it correctly, when you fly into a new non-discovered system, the algorithm creates random amounts of planets and bodies, etc. Yes, that is correct. So, the way I understand it, the way it works is... Hold on, let's just quickly honk this one. Okay, hold on, just gonna go and say thank you to Strolky, I think. Say thanks for making videos. I just started playing Elite, and you're my favorite Elite content creator by far. Thank you very much. Thanks for the super chat. So, about how planets are generated. When you jump into a system that's never been... So, okay, what Frontier is storing about systems is everything you can see on the galaxy map, basically. So if we take our next system here... That's not our next system, but... Okay. That's our next system. What, Elite? Go home, you're drunk. I want that one. Yes, please, thank you. So you can see here that it stores stuff like the star class. Obviously, it stores the location. It doesn't store how big is the star and all those like finer details. And then it stores obviously any like government state type. But that's obviously only in the bubble. But for the main class of star, it pretty much just stores this is the type of star and location and name. And then when you jump in, so as soon as we click jump, whoops, here we go. Then the game, the stellar thoughts go in and say, okay, I need to generate a appropriate system for that star class. So depending on the star class, it will generate a system that is appropriate for that type of star. But it will not generate the full system. It will generate the planets and all their like statistics on like atmospheric types and that kind of stuff. But it won't necessarily generate all the surface components on the star, on the planets. Like if you have biologicals, those things are only generated the moment you scan the planet. So if we just go and say, that's a lot of stuff here. Let's just go and scan just like one planet, right? So there's a planet. Oh, there, okay. Now, this is a gas giant, so there's not... Like, it has all the stuff generated. But in cases where there is stuff on the planet... Jesus, this one has a lot of moons. There. Sometimes it will then generate, is there anything on this planet in terms of biologicals, that kind of thing. And if it does, the moment we scan it here, you will see up here in the little feature, up here in the corner, it will then say, then it will sit and it will spin, and then it will calculate exactly what is on the planet and where it is on the planet. So like the surface features, the special surface features you can go and map out are only generated as soon as you do this level of scan on the planet. So it's generated in multiple steps. If that makes sense. But there was not really anything that was super interesting in this system. Yeah, I'm not gonna scan this full system. It's a little bit too much. I'm gonna scoop some fuel.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yes, that would be natural to assume that the more systems that are discovered and mapped, the more storage they're going to need. But obviously, Frontier's not going to store store data for every single system because, well, we haven't even explored 1%. So there's a good chance that like 99.9% of the data they're storing will never ever be queried for. So they're just generating it as we need it, and then they just, as soon as it's generated, they store it so that the next person who comes by that system will see the same data. So basically, whenever you jump into a system, it says, have we generated data for the system? No, we have not. We're gonna make it. Or yes, we have. Well, we're just gonna download from the last generation so that it gets the same one every time. Do you control the FSS with the hostess or mouse? Mouse. Because it's much faster to do it that way. Do I think micro jumps are a good idea, like jumping from planets to planets within a system? Not planet to planet jumping. I think Supercruise is fine there. But star to star, yes. So if you have systems with multiple stars, that you could then do micro jumps between those two stars, I think that could work well. And it will help reduce like some of these really long travel times. Isn't it just procedural? Yeah, procedural in the way that it is generated. I mean, procedural just means it's generated as needed. And that's what's happening. It's generate the systems as they're needed.
System scan complete.
Just asteroid clusters. There's probably a second star in this system. Or second stars.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, true. There are. That's right, Dunkel. There are hard-placed assets around the galaxy. How many light years am I from the bubble? I'm probably around 17,000 now, I think. Josh Ingenuitum said, yeah, they're getting rid of the minigame. Yeah, I think it's a step in the right direction. I would rather have a puzzle game or a simplified version of the existing game than having no minigame at all. But it's better to have no minigame than it is to have than what was before, I think. Yeah, okay, so that you could generate, but I don't think Frontier stores. I don't think they just generate the systems every time you jump in, because there are hand placed assets in the game. I think they store it once it's generated. Anything of interest here? Water worlds, gas giants. What are Waterworld gas giants? Hold on. Let's find this. Let's get some distance. Am I jumping? I basically just selected a random nebula and I thought that's gonna be fun. Let's go there. By the way, just take a look at that star field. You can actually see the nebula overhead there. We're getting closer to it. It's right there. I think that's where we're going. But I just want to quickly give this system a scan. So that was a water world. High metal content. Another high metal content. And yet another water world. 2 water worlds. We have something around the B star out here. Another high metal content. Oops, a little bit too fast there.
System scan complete.
look at the atmosphere. So first we had 1600, then we got 11,000. Now we have 805,000 atmosphere. Oops. And the atmosphere is all water. It's pure water atmosphere. And how hot is it? Surface temperature? Yeah, but look how hot it is. It's 1,000... Yeah, it's 1,400 Kelvin. How is an ice body 1,400 Kelvin? What? This planet makes no sense. Yeah, how does that classify as icy? Pressure keep it. Yeah, okay, so the pressure might keep it solid, but I think we're into the supercritical state here again. I don't even know what happens to water at those kind of pressures. Go home and leak your truck. I don't even. Yeah, so about 2,000 Fahrenheit, it seems people writing in chat. Ben says because it's so high pressures, most gases are compressed into a solid. Yeah, maybe. I don't even know what happens to states of matter at those kind of pressures. That's a new record for me, I think. Gotta guess that this one is not landable. You've seen 2.2 million atmosphere? Okay. Well, that's gonna hurt. No atmosphere. All the atmosphere. It's a very hot ice planet. Try and land on it. You can't. It's not landable. Okay, let's see what we got. We got not terraformable, not terraformable. This one is terraformable. We're gonna go and scan that. And then we have... Oh, we have terraformable water worlds. Ready. And another terraformable water world. Very nice. We have 3 good planets here. Let's just quickly check them on the map. So we're gonna go to star A. Come on. And we're gonna go to 2, 3, and 4. So we're actually gonna go 2, 4, 3 because it's more effective instead of going back and forth all the time. 2, 4, 3. Let's go. Any chance to get a fleet carrier system on? You can. You can just go in here. You can see here I've selected everything but fleet carriers, so I don't see fleet carriers if they're in system. I don't think you can post links. Maybe it will be caught, and I don't know if links get straight up blocked on Twitch, or if they're just gonna get caught in the spam filter and we can then approve it. Otherwise, you can probably post it on Discord and we can see it there. I just wanna hold on, see if we can get a shot of this as we fly by. Look at that. Really? Jesus, okay. Wow, you're right. Let me just go and map this planet. Channel on Discord, if you're not on the Discord already, it's on discord.d38.com. You can find the server, and you can either just PM it to me or post it in, I don't know, Elite Dangerous Talk or something like that. Then I can pick it up from there. 6 probes, and especially if I use the right trigger, it's a lot easier. Where's the limit? Limit is there. Fire is there. A little bit too short there on the back, but it should be good enough to get it. Yeah. Okay. Next. You are next. Yeah, sure. Just go ahead and ping me with the link. That's fine. Let me see. Where's the link? Does that go all the way up to... I'm just looking at the diagram. I just want to see if that goes all the way up to the pressures and temperatures we're looking at. Okay, so this is logarithmic, so that's 1 bar. Is it 10 bar per atmosphere? But yeah, we're definitely up in the... yeah, you're right. We're definitely up in the point where it still counts as solid, I think. Or maybe it's supercritical, or supercritical solid, I don't even know. Where we are heading, Dragon Eye, we are just heading into like a random nebula, not too far from Colonia. But we're just heading to like a random spot because I just want to get a little bit off the beaten track, to get a detour, go out, find some undiscovered systems, and find something pretty, hopefully. Oh, those look like they could be close. Or maybe not. No, not really. That's a shame. Okay, one atmosphere. Okay, so one atmosphere, 1 bar. Okay, close enough at least, approximately. Mageddon, you're very welcome. Stick tight. Oh, hold up. This could be a good shot. This could be a good shot. Let's just slow us way down here. A little bit more speed. And then, like, lock us onto the ship. And then, just get that out of the way so it looks pretty. Look at that. Oh, look at that blue atmosphere. Look at that blue hue. Then just a tiny bit of speed here so we get that sunrise through the atmosphere. Nope, this is not Odyssey. Here we go. Here it comes. Sunrise. Look at that blue hue. Love that. Ah, it looks so good. Can we get the diamond ring? Almost. It's close. And there's the sunrise. I'm just gonna do a few like cinematics flybys of this planet. Actually, that's the North Pole of the planet. Just gonna zoom out a little bit. It's a bit of a shame that that the planet's here is so clouded that we can't really see anything. Or maybe it's just the water surface. But there's not that many features on the surface that makes this an interesting planet to look at. It's just water wells. Anyway, we're pretty deep inside the gravity well here, so we have to shoot quite far up now to get that. And all the way down here. So. And like so. I should do it. Nebula or black hole? That's there. That's if that's when you're talking about. That's a nebula. That's a nebula. That's a nebula. There. There's one there too. Yeah, that is some dirty water. Did we get it? No. Did I miss? Oh, I missed the one at the back. Oh, we're not going to get the efficiency bonus now. Whee! That one hit quite well. That should be enough to get us over. There we go. Nice. Let's take the other terraformable water world. This one looks like it has at least bigger ice caps, so slightly more to look at, maybe. Are my probes engineered? No, it's not. Is efficiency bonus a big deal? You get a little bit extra credit, so no, it's not a big deal, but you might as well try to go for it, but if you miss it, it's not the end of the world, basically. You're very welcome. Glad you can learn something while we're having fun. But again, we got a little too close doing a little video session there to the planet, so now we're stuck in the gravity well. It seems we're actually out now. We can see the planet back there. There's the moon. Look at that star field, though. Hey, this game, it just never gets old. That's a great looking shot too. Somebody asked if I do. Yeah, this is on my Colonial, and I don't have all the engineers unlocked, but it's so I only have the frameshift drive engineered, but it's close to that build. If I could name one object, planet, moon, or station, what would it be? I would want a station called Astro's Observatory. Yeah, single line thrusters, so how much hold on, how much of Elite do you think is scientifically correct? A lot. Quite a bit. That's just one of the reasons why I'm enjoying Elite as much as I am. There are also places, of course, where they have taken their, like Frontier's done something for gameplay reasons, right? And it is a game after all, so I definitely get that. Hold on. Why am I targeting the system? I'm never gonna get there in Super Cruise. Why did it stop? I don't know why it does that sometimes. Just untargets randomly. Jesus, we overshot that a lot, didn't we? Wrong planet. Uh-oh. You're right. That just looked more like a water world to me. Yeah, that's more like it. Like, why did we overshoot it by that much? I knew we were far off, but... You find that interesting gas giant. Can you please scan it, like, probe scan it? Need to find... Yeah, the gas giants are more difficult because they often have rings, and rings get in the way, but you often have to move around with those. Out of range, out of range, out of range. Too fast, okay. Okay, gonna go from quite far away this time, so we're gonna be a little bit more... How did I get that on the back? That's not too bad. I think that's okay. There we go. Got it. Moving on. How many jumps do we have to the nebula? Okay, we made it about halfway. That's pretty normal for a live stream that I make it about 1,000 light years an hour when I do these kind of exploration streams. Because I stop up so often to scan things. So we're probably not going to make it all the way to the nebula today, but found a lot of cool things, I think. Just want to find one more interesting system. 15 bodies. Nope. All getting sidetracked with stuff. Science. Yeah, that happens a lot, doesn't it? Go.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oh, all the things clumped together here, but they're all snowballs.
Frameshift drive charging.
Hello, Andrew. Do I think my method of exploration will change in Odyssey because maybe what's interesting / landable will change? Most likely. I don't know exactly how it will change. But I'll probably have to reconsider. Oh, nah, what have we got? What are you?
Frameshift drive charging.
Yes, that's right, Uncle. After the live stream, I'll be hanging out in voice chat. Business as usual, but we still have a bit of way to go.
4, 3, 2.
Glass ring image generator. Nope. But I'll take a look at it at some point. Yes, I want to jump to scoopable stars.
Fuel scooping.
Sean, thank you. And honk.
Fuel scoop.
And scan. Jump.
Drive charging.
Yeah, I may miss interesting systems, but if I had to scan every single system along my way, I would never get anywhere. So I just take scoopable stars and then go from there. One body in here. Right, it's a star, of course. Just gonna get some more fuel here. We're close enough.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jumps 42. Nice. What do we think about ATF builds? So I assume you mean like the AFK Type 10s. Cheats, no cheats. Well, they're not using any game mechanics that's not working as intended. So I don't consider it cheating.
System scan complete. Fuel
It's just, yeah. I don't know. I would definitely wouldn't consider that a cheat at all. If you're talking about the AFK things.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
You can argue that maybe it is a unbalanced game mechanic, but a game mechanic being unbalanced doesn't make it a cheat, in my mind at least. But I can see how it gets to the gray area, because normally Frontier don't like if you were to use any kind of program that would help you move the ship while you were AFK, then you would be cheating. But because you're just using stock Elite with no external tools or like mods or anything at all, you're just using stock Elite and you just happen to go AFK and then your ship just happens to be alive 8 hours later, then no. Agreed, absolutely. It's not in the spirit of the game, and it's not the way it is intended to be used, obviously. It's just an unbalanced game mechanic, and will Frontier do something about it? Perhaps. I mean, it's not that difficult, an AFK timer, and it's gone. Like, because if all they have to do is just, if they make an AFK timer and says, if you have not done any input to the game in 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, then we're gonna lock you out to main menu. Problem solved. And that means then people will have to do something to constantly move it, and then they're trying to circumvent that in order to stay in the game, and then we're getting very close to where it may not be kosher anymore. Yeah, but Dungle, here's my point. If you use voice attack to move your mouse, or any other program, use that to move the mouse, let's say, once every minute. Just move the mouse a little bit back and forth, and it does that for 8 hours. Then you have created a bot that plays the game for you, and that is a bannable offense. I just want to make it very clear, using voice attack for normal gameplay is completely fine. There's no problem there. Using macros to maybe set your pips, or to, like, let me just, like, you know, the whole docking where you go this panel, you go contacts, you find state, like, there's a series of clicks. If you have a macro that does that for you, perfectly fine, no problems there. If you have GameGlass that clicks your landing gear for you, or that auto pulses your pulse wave analyzer when you're flying through a ring, you can sit and toggle that on and off, perfectly fine, no problems there. But as soon as you make a script that allows you to quote-unquote play the game and go AFK and not do, like, not actually sit in front of the computer, and it then ensures that you keep playing, then you cross a line, I think. When it is as it is now, that's why it's in a gray area, but because this is working without any third-party tool intervention at all, then it's fine. Launching heat sinks and boosters. Yeah, there's plenty of different there's plenty of stuff like that. I think the way I look at it is, if it is, like, obviously if it's not like I don't know if that even exists, like aim assist and stuff like that. I don't think that exists for Elite, but if it's something that just automates tiny pieces of the game that helps you play while you're actually sitting in front of the computer, fine. That's fine by me, at least. And I think that's fine by Frontier as well. That's at least my understanding. But I think if people were beginning to make tools to script, yeah, hold on. Yeah, that's true, but I don't know. At least that's my opinion. That's where I personally draw my line. Like, if what are you? If you have, that's Ice Buddies. If you need to use tools in order to do those AFK things, then I think it's not kosher anymore. As long as you can do it completely on your own with no outside intervention, that's fine. Yeah, give me a second, Robert. Let's just finish this jump here. Antle live, and yeah, Dongle, thank you. Yeah, aim assist is a game mechanic with gimbal weapons. Yeah, true. Alright, nothing there. Voice attack is fine during normal gameplay. But again, if Frontier implements a if Frontier were to implement, let's say, an AFK timer that would kick you to main menu if you did not stay in the game for a certain period of time, or didn't input to the game, and you then do something to circumvent it, then I would say then we're looking in not okay territory.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Do you think a PvP flag system, like so you could enable or disable PvP?
Frameshift drive.
I think it would destroy PvP for many, for a lot of the PvP community, because they would have a very, very hard time finding targets if you were just able to say, I'm gonna opt out of PvP. What if I got the bunnies to push the buttons, or to push the mouse? I could maybe try to teach them, but I think they would really fast lose interest, and if they kept interest, I probably wouldn't have a working mouse for very long.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, you're right, Lone Tech. You could just go solo, but so I mean, yeah.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's okay right now in terms of PvP options. Like, if you really don't want to do PvP, go to solo. Go to a private group. There are plenty of. I mean, the argument is always, oh, but you want to play in open, so you still get the player interactions with other players, but you don't necessarily want to get pulled out every system and ganked by a pirate. And in that case, well, there's plenty of non-PvP groups with lots of players in. Fleetcom is big. There's Mobius. There's plenty of huge groups where you can go and still get the random interactions with other players. That I think they're mostly like a non-PvP group.
Disengaged.
So I think the options are there for people if they really want to.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, we have people that can play, and I have a private group. It's called MP_Astro. We use that for like community events, and there's a lot of people who just like hang out there normally when they play, and it's a strictly no PvP PvP group. So you can fly there, and there will be absolutely no PvP. And while of course, if somebody joins, I can't stop them from doing PvP. But if anybody sends me a screenshot of them attacking in that private group, well, I'm gonna kick them. Simple as that.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
It's a gas giant. Really not a lot of fun here.
Shift drive charging.
How can you join this group? I'll show you. Go to escape menu, you go to social, then you go up here and you search for MP_Astro. There you go. And then you click. You can't click it here because I'm already in the group, but in here you will have a option to go and like not add friend, but like not invite to group, but like request invite to group. I think it's because this character is already in the group. But you can go there and then you will send a request, and then you have access.
Love the cucumber build.
Didi, you're very welcome. Glad you're enjoying it. It's a solid build, I think. Is it crossplay? No, unfortunately not.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Yeah, fleet comps, I think, are running the same rules. This is strictly no PvP. I should probably say that we're running a strictly no non-consensual PvP. You're more than welcome to join up with one of your buddies in a wing, and if you want to shoot at each other and you're both in on it, by all means, go blow yourself up. I'm not gonna kick anyone for that, but you need to be both in on it and say, yeah, we want to go into this. That's obviously fine.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's PC only. Unfortunately, player groups are not cross-platform, and yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's unfortunately the way it is. What is stopping Elite from becoming crossplay? To be honest, I don't know anymore. I used to think it was like Sony that was standing in the way, but they relaxed it a lot. So I actually don't know. Presumably conflict zones are free fire zones, right? I mean, against NPCs, yes. If you find another player who decides to join the other side in a conflict zone, then I would probably say don't shoot him. I mean, again, if he's in on it, go for it. See a ninja. Oh, hold on. Are we still in ice? Oh, and asteroid clusters on the second star. Yeah, Sony and Microsoft, it might be. Drive left, I can definitely get that point of view, but again, Elite offers it. So I think, like, going back to the original question, if people should be able to have, like, to opt out of like a PvP in open, I think no. If you go open, there is PvP and there's the chance of getting caught. So I think that's fine, because there is options for people who don't want to do PvP, who just want to fly on their own. You can go into a private group, you can go into solo, and there's plenty of options there. So I would say, like, keep open as it is. I think it's fine.
Frameshift drive charging.
That being said, with Young Black, you don't see anyone anyway. Yeah, unless you begin to go close to Colonia or the Bubble or Beagle Point, those kind of places, then you might begin to see people. How do you get a clipper, and do I need rep with the Empire? How do you get it? Oh, let me show you. What you're gonna do is you're gonna head to the Commander's Toolbox, and in here you're gonna go to Guides, and you're gonna go to Empire Rank. Just zoom in for you guys a bit. Here there is a Empire Rank guide by Commander Laverick. Thank you very much, Commander Laverick. Here you can, for instance, see what do you get at different ranks. So you wanted a clipper. The clipper you get at the Baron rank. How do you get it? Well, there is either a summary guide here, like what, why, where, how, requirements, and just some small notes. If you just want the quick TLDR, read that right there under the summary. If you need a little bit more details, if there's steps you are in doubt about, you have the full guide down here where you can see everything explained in details. What missions are you picking up? Where can you see your rank? Everything is explained in a lot of detail. So you can go, you can read all the details there, or you can just take the TLDR version at the top. There you go. One body, so should be nothing here. Nope.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, I forgot to show the system map people asked about. Hold on. Or the galaxy map. There we are. In the middle of nowhere. Heading up to that nebula there. Very pretty. CubeCover build needs an update. That depends which version of it you're using. The latest one should be up to date. That's the one I'm using at least. Why that nebula? It looked pretty.
4, 3, 2.
I love the new monitor. It's so beautiful. All the colors. Okay, thank you, Matt. It seems we lost Dongle for the evening. His ISP apparently decided to kill his internet.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, the CubeCup it's never been intended to be a PvP build. I mean, it's been a strictly PvE build. That's what it does. It shoots down NPCs and it does it well.
Charging.
Which monitor do I have? I have an Acer Concept D. I think the model number is CP271. I think. CP271. I think that's the model number. Check. CP271. No, there's something missing. That's a truck thingy. Hold on, let me find the right model number. There's something missing here.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Acer 271 is a 271K. It is. Yes, it's the 271K, I think. I think it's the, yeah. So CP271K.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, how far are we? Have 27. I'm not gonna go all the way to the system. How far are we off the nebula? Still 1400 light years. It's gonna be another hour and a half before we're there.
4, 3, 2.
It is a sweet monitor. I really like it. And color accuracy on it is just like, yeah. So good. Also very expensive.
Fuel scooping.
Oh, all the gas giants here. I just wanted one more good system. And all we get is just boring systems. Overheating a little bit. Just gonna cool us down a bit and go again.
Drive charging.
Do I play much Elite when not streaming? Yeah, a lot of it is still like flying around doing recordings for various videos and that kind of stuff. So the amount of time I have for just sit down and just like go out and do some exploration. That's why I love these streams sometimes, because this is where I can just sit down, play and relax. A lot of the time is still now is being spent on preparing for the next video and the next video and the next video. Yeah, and of course also I often get in around when we have these events like the whole Hesperus thing that's been happening, and if there's like interesting community goals, I will also like jump in and take a look at that. So yeah, I do spend quite a bit of time in the game. Have a player meet. Yeah, well, it's not really the time to do large gatherings from all across the world, is it? Nine buddies, and it's all ice. Virtual. I see. Let's go. It's so close, that nebula now. How goes the quest of taking over the galaxy? Yeah. We're gonna start by mapping it, one system at a time. Where are we at? Oh, hold on, this has been discovered before? Are we getting into pre-discovered area now? That is odd. Somebody has been here before. Yeah, it is probably pretty normal as we begin to approach nebulas, but we're still 1,000 out of like a random nebula that's a little bit out of the plane. So I don't know. Just check this one, see if this is discovered as well. This one is not. It's nothing of interest either. I mean, we're still over 1,000 light years away from it. Let's get some fuel. And out again. I don't think it's people stream sniping, because they would have to go scan a system and then head all the way back to a station to sell. The paint, we can take a look here at the next star, see how it's holding up. It's holding up okay, I think. It doesn't look too bad. See if we can get the star through the cockpit. Yeah, the paint does get damaged if you fly with it long enough. You don't repair it. Then the damage, you can go back and get it repainted in the station. But if you don't repair the paint job, then it will get damaged over time. And it's not like it's expensive to repair your paint jobs if there are non-elite players out there. Oh, hello. See that? We got 2 stars here. Got that one and then a brown dwarf next to it. Fly in between them. Okay, hold on. I have an idea. Gotta get some good distance here. More distance. Like, really a lot of distance here. Just gotta keep looking back at it. Oh, there's a second one down there, an even smaller one, it seems. Or something's there, at least. It's lighting up. Exactly, Quiz Engine. I think this should be fine. Let's flip this thing around. Okay, full throttle. Here we go. Ah, easy. There we go. We can do that faster, can't we? Let's get some more distance to it. Maverick requesting a... yeah. Requesting flyby. We're gonna get out to like 1,000 light seconds this time. That should give us some proper speed. Okay, let's throttle us down. Here we go. I think the gravity will... I don't think we can do this at 2,000. It will slow us down before we get there. You can see now it's beginning to slow me down already. But I still think we can hit it at more than 20 C as we pass through the stars. Or maybe not. Actually slowing us down quite quick. Oh. Are we still good here? We're down to 18 now, almost. Oh, that was close. I could... Did you see the little, like, row when we got close to the to the brown dwarf? Why is speed limit 2001 C? I think the speed limit was supposed to be 2000 and somebody made a slight bigger than or equal to mistake somewhere. Somebody's chat is actually called Maverick. When I shouted it out, they're like, wait, what? Yeah, I'll try to unlock the target next time. Maybe it's a reference to 2001. That might actually be... That might actually be it. That would actually be funny. Let's try to go faster. Let's just keep going until we hit, I don't know, 100 C or something. Coming up to 60 C almost, and we are at 2,500 light seconds. Now we're really getting speed. 70 C. 75. 80. 90. 100, slowing us down. And flip this around. And go. When we get close enough that I can see the 2 stars, I'm gonna untarget. Just so I can... just so that it doesn't slow us down. But at these distances, it shouldn't really affect us. This is gonna end with a quick rebuy, isn't it? I have too much exploration data to be doing this. I think that's the... I'm gonna fly in here, let's just quickly check. Yeah, so some of it, like these two, but there's also that star out there. I think that's the one I can see now as the little second one. Yeah, now I can begin to see them. See them separate. So I'm just gonna go and deselect them as a target. You can kind of see there's a little dot below it. That's not it, but there's two dots. They're like side by side right now. Gotta go fast. It's slowing us down to about the same as before, I think. I don't think we're gonna go much faster this time. Yeah, still slowed us down to like 10C. That's not too bad.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, Carl just found his first notable stellar phenomenon. What do? You fly in there, you poke all the things.
To engage. 4, 3, 2. Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
System scan complete.
Fuel scoop.
Yeah, slingshot maneuvers would be great.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, you know what? We are only 18 jumps out now. Let's just go the rest of the way. We're so close. Commander X Mikey, thanks a lot. Says missed the stream, but I'm gonna give you a like anyway. Thank you very much.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping.
19 bodies. And nothing of interest.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's really beginning to get. It looks like a pair of lungs.
Ready to engage. 4, 3.
Jumping into nothing. What number of accounts do I have? I have 3 accounts. I just have one that's triple elite. I think this one is elite. Probably an exploration.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, exploration elite. Tom, light goal is already passed. We were at 300, and the discount code is 4K Raxler. All caps. Do I still have it in my clip holder? I do. Ah, there we go. Posted on. There we go. So if you go to d2store.com, you get 10% off until the end of the live stream if you use the code 4K Raxler. Do we scan the system? Or did I get distracted?
System scan complete.
I think we did.
Frameshift drive charging.
I will rename this nebula the Lungs Nebula.
4, 3, 2.
Stan says the nebula looks like my lungs before I quit cigarettes. Can imagine. Found your channel recently after coming back to lead after a few years away. Your videos are super helpful. Keep up the great work. You're very welcome. And welcome back to the black. There. 15 jumps to go. It should really begin to get bigger in the windscreen now. This the nebula as we get closer. Starfield looks denser. Where are we right now? So we are, I don't know, 18-ish light years from the bubble. We're kind of moving. I should show it here. You can see we're kind of moving out of the galactic plane. This is why it's not as dense as it would be if we could went down into the galactic plane. But it's pretty nice up here. I kind of like it. We might actually begin to get enough altitude now that we can begin to look down on the galaxy. Kind of. You can kind of see how it's lighter down there and darker up here. So you get it a little bit. Right, there's the galactic core. Not quite enough to get the full. Yeah, but as we begin to keep heading upwards right now, we should begin to see the starfield get a lot less dense. Yeah, Man on the Mountain says, like how the ship is totally empty of ornaments. I don't have all the ornaments on this account. If I could imagine a system where FDev/content creators could partner for the benefit of everyone, what do you mean? I don't understand. Six objects. It's all snowballs and gas giants. Are we doing on fuel? We've got half a tank. That's fine. Yeah, see? Now it's beginning to get bigger. Overheating a bit. How to solo a Hydra? I can't even solo a Hydra. Solo the threat 5 and 6. What are those? Cyclops and Medusa? Or is it Basilisk? That's the second. I always forget. Basilisk, yeah, okay, so yeah, Cyclops and Basilisk I've soloed. Medusa would be next. Do you have a scooping technique or are you waking it? I don't really have a... Oh, hold on. Don't really have a technique. There's a water world there. I just normally, you know, just I skim off the surface every time. So, like, in every jump, you will see I just take the... I just take the, like, the top of the atmosphere of the planet just to, like, scoop a little bit of fuel. And then sometimes, as I get low, I will then do a proper fuel stop. But that just a little bit of skimming every time is enough to keep me going for like 20 minutes, half an hour between fuel stops. Okay, let's go and scan this thing. 14 objects. High metal content world. There's a lot of high metal content worlds here that could also mean a lot of money. And there's a pretty blah looking water world. Everything here is just high metal content. There should be some good money in this system. And there's a little... Ooh, that's also very pretty rings. Might go out and take a look at that. And one more there. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. Some of them are landable. So they're probably not terraformable. There was a terraformable one. There's a terraformable one. And there's the water world. So we are going to 8, 9, and 10. And then we're gonna go out to the to 13 at the end. Oh, oops. So we're going 8, 9, 10. That's fine. Oh, and then 11 is right there. Perfect. So they're pretty much just gonna go in the order there in the system. Yeah, we're gonna go out to that ring planet. That looks awesome. I'm just gonna go and quickly map the 3 planets there. Mouse bindings. I just use the mouse moving around, and then I have a digital dial on the base of my HOTAS that I just use for tuning. So I use one hand for tuning and the other hand for moving around, and then just like go in with left click and go back with right click. Hop on. Okay, getting there now. It is very efficient. I found that to be one of the fastest ways to scan a system, where you can just use 2 hands and operate it like that. Oh, stop here. Stop. Don't want to go too far in. 7 probes. Okay. So I'm gonna go and do like a triangle kind of thing on the surface. And then I'm gonna go with some probes here that goes a little deeper on the other side, maybe. Let's see how that worked out for me. Okay, not perfect.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Okay, I need 5% somewhere. I'm okay covered on the back side, but Looks like if I put one on the horizon, so around there, that should be fine. There should be enough there to give me 5%, I think. There we go.
Surface scan complete.
Nine, and then the water worlds. Well, I just need to quickly go and close the window. It's getting a little cold in here. There we go. Do you build button boxes and control surfaces? No. I have my HOTAS and I'm using that. I'm from Denmark. Do we have orbit lines off? Yes, I do. I think they clutter up the interface too much. I don't like orbit lines. You see the clip from the pilot stream where he sees a speeding blip of light passing by while in Super Cruise. No, I've not seen that clip. Have I played Kerbal Space Program on the channel? Yes, I have. I both have a... It's a little old now, but I both have a series where I play through... Just like play through the main game. And also have a number of build series where I build various things. I have I think a 4 or 5 part series where I'm building and testing an SRV in Kerbal. So yeah, I have quite a few Kerbal Space Program videos up. I think there is even a playlist of some of the videos if you're interested. What do I expect from Starfield? I really don't know what to expect from Starfield because there's been so little information about it so far, at least that I've seen. I'm hoping a basically like Skyrim / Fallout kind of game, but in space. I would be all over that, for sure. Six probes. I think Someday Stars is a game. It is a game. It's not a finished game, but it's still a game. If you ask if I ever think it will be released, I really don't know.
Surface scan complete.
When am I going to pack your job at the bank out? when YouTube becomes profitable enough that I can like it actually pays the bills. Now we're off to the water world. But hey, you guys can help get there by hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already. That always helps. I think I actually just earlier today, I think it was it early? I think earlier today I passed 80,000. So 20 more thousand for 100k. That's gonna be, that's the next big milestone. I see some of your videos. What do you prefer more, Star Citizen or Elite? I've definitely Elite. I like Star Citizen. Don't get me wrong. It's a good game. How do you explain that? It offers some very different things, right? There's definitely some different gameplay, and sorry to say it, but it looks better than Elite. It looks better than Odyssey. It looks amazing, and just like some of the sceneries is amazing in that game. And there's some interesting gameplay mechanics. There's also some non-working game mechanics. There's bugs everywhere, unstable servers. But I'm still enjoying it. But if like I was in the situation where I would have to say you can now only play Star Citizen or only play Elite, I would choose Elite in a heartbeat. But now that I have the option to play both, I choose to do that. And you could probably also see it from the sheer amount of Elite videos versus Star Citizen videos. I think that represents also the amount of time I spent in the two games. So there might be the occasional Star Citizen video. But Elite is definitely the main focus, and it will be. Do massacre missions not stack anymore? Yes and no. They stack if you take them from different factions. If you take from the same factions, they don't stack. What number of subscribers will I have to use to quit my day job? If I have to be able to live off YouTube alone, then we're looking at 250,000. That's the projection, at least. What are we doing here? 7? Oh, okay, hold on. 7. Okay, let me do like a 5 thing. Okay, I'm messing this. This is not going to be a good planet. There we go. Nope, we are not in Odyssey. We are in Horizons.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Oh, we even got it in 6 probes. It was complete before the 7th touchdown. That's nice. Thought it would mess that one up. Okay, let's go and look at that that little ice ball. Okay. Just look at the stats for this planet. What are we dealing with here? 1.12 Gs, very nice, very hot, and again, very dense atmosphere. So it's one of those like super dense atmosphere, very, very hot water worlds. And again, look at that. We have that same distribution again, exactly the same, like to the decimal of ammonia, methane, and nitrogen. Exactly the same as the last one. Yeah, thanks for sticking around, Matt. I'll see you around. You heard David Braben that in the okay, so there's a lot of videos with David Braben from the very, very early days of the league, during the Kickstarter period, where he really just like lays out all his ambitions for the game. We want to have gas giants, they want to have ship interiors, they want to have like all these things, and I just think it takes quite a bit of time. And I don't necessarily think that just because Braden has at some point said that this is something that we want to do for Elite. One thing is what they want to do, another thing is what they can do. I mean, given enough time, obviously, yes, but the question is also, like, for how long do you keep adding new expansions to Elite Dangerous? Or at what point do you say Elite Dangerous has reached the end of life? We are now going to make Elite something else. Whatever. Then, like, Elite Dangerous 2, basically, right? It's going to have some other title, but you get my point. When do you decide to say Elite Dangerous is going to be, yeah, Elite Endgame? Yeah, let's use that as a working title. Elite Endgame. When do you make that instead of continue to add to Elite Dangerous? Question: is there a way to switch my Elite Dangerous Xbox account to my Steam account? I haven't bought the game on Steam yet, but I've built a decent Xbox account and don't want to lose that progress. Unfortunately, no. So the progress you can't transfer it over, but what you can do is I think you can send a support ticket to Frontier, and they will be able to basically give you an account with the credits at least. But all the other progress, like unlocking engineers, collecting engineering materials, that is not going to carry over. But I think the credits will carry over, so at the very least you will have that. But all the ranks, engineers, all that stuff, I don't think that's going to carry over. But look at that thing. Look at that planet. That is beautiful. Should we map it? 8? That's pretty big. How do we do 8? Do like... Let's do like this. I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm just gonna try something. That's 6. Let's see how that goes. A little bit too much overlap on those, so this may not be ideal, but let's see if we can salvage this. Those on the edge there was okay. So we hit it at 63%. So here's the problem, right? I cannot hit on the opposite side here because the ring is in the way. You can see that. I can maybe actually slingshot one around here without hitting the ring. See, there I'm hitting the ring. So I'm going to slingshot one there, but I can't do it here because... Or maybe I can. Maybe that's actually okay. It's just barely missed the ring. But down there, it's not gonna happen. You can see I can't even hit the horizon marker before... That was a pretty good hit, that one. That one might be a little bit closer to the horizon, but that's also okay. Yeah, that's good as well. That should bring us up to 5% off. So I need one down there, but I can't hit it from here. So I'll have to move. The group is called MP_Astro, not HP. MP. Mike Papa. Oh, that's not right. So now we're on this side, so we can just shoot one like, I don't know, there. Should be fine. And that should give us the last 5%. Yeah, we're gonna scan the rings too. I'm just gonna get the planet first. And that should bring us up to 90, and thereby 100. And one into the rings.
Data scan complete.
We got a few hotspots here. Nothing too exciting. Alexandrite. Where am I in the galaxy? Way up there. Out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it's just one big ring. Can we actually see the star from here? Not really, we're too far out. Those two nebulas there is like kind of ruining the picture a little bit for me. I don't know, they just look a little out of place there. So I'm just gonna move. There, so they are hidden. See? That's a pretty screenshot, isn't it? I'm just gonna...
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive
Ah,
charging.
can I... There we go. Drop us out. Ace, wonder what I think about what? Sorry, missed part of the chat. Like, something like that, I think is pretty cool. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. There's gonna be some window sounds now, so don't worry, that's just me. Ice, planet, rings. There we go. Again, if any of you guys are interested, get this like full 4K beautiful screenshot, then I'm gonna post it on Discord after the live stream. I love those rings. Those are nice. Really nice. Atmosphere or interior? So realistically, now that we have Footfall, how much new would Atmosphere add, other than that being pretty? But again, you could ask the same. I really don't know. I think maybe interiors you could do more with those than you could do with Atmosphere. Maybe maybe gas giants you could do something fun with those, like a new type of mining maybe, or something like that. But I guess I'm just maybe a little colored that I just want to make mining out of everything. Real issue when you hear window sounds. Yeah, I usually, when I know there's gonna be window sounds coming up, I usually give people a heads up, so just so people don't... hold on.
Frameshift drive charging.
I need to untarget that system.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Should we take a look at this planet from within the rings, just for good measures? Just dive in here in a random spot. Oh, over here looks very dense. Let's go and check that out. The lines in the galaxy map, the sectors are Frontiers invention. It's not, I don't believe those are any real-world applications. Gotta go a little bit further into the ring here. Yeah, I know they will make atmosphere, but I think we're talking like thicker atmosphere. Ah, that's pretty too. I like that. So cold. Take a screenshot of that too. Ice planet rings, ice planet inside rings. There we go. Okay. I think with that, I'm going to... Hey, Dongle, you're back just in time for the end scene. Welcome back. ISP messed with you, or was it your house that was out of power? Welcome back, Dongle. We're just about to finish up. We found a pretty neat looking planet. Yes, it's link spam time. Okay, so I'm gonna call the stream for today. We didn't quite make it to the galaxy, to the nebula we wanted to, but that's okay. We got some pretty screenshots, and that's why I'm here. I will be posting the screenshots over on Discord. You can find that on discord.d2a.com. Also, on your way out, please go down and hit the like button and subscribe if you want to help me out. Again, we are going for the next big milestone is 100k. We just passed 80,000 today, so really want to get to the 100k. Also remember, there's a discount code for the merch store, which you can find at d2astore.com, and the discount code is 4K Raxler. It is in chat, and I'll keep the code up for like 10-15 minutes here after the live stream, so you have time to finish up if you are considering buying anything. And you can also, of course, support the channel through one-time donations at tip.d2a.com or on Patreon recurringly every month at patreon.d2a.com. And patrons, as always, get a discount in the merch store all the time, not just doing live streams. Going to another galaxy, that's ambitious. Consider the next time. Yeah, we'll go to Andromeda next time. It'll just be a small hop. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Really hope you enjoyed the live stream. If you did, give a like, subscribe, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.